WaVdium! My presence has staggered all these Wuthering Heights butlers as we now delve into the Bible, Exodus of the Old Testament. The Israelites in Egypt! 1. These are the names of the sons of Israel, that is, Jacob, who moved to Egypt with their father, each with his family: Reuben, Simon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, Benjamin, Dan, Naphtali, Gad, and Asher. In all, Jacob had 70 descendants in Egypt, including Joseph, who was already there. I'm doing that to a short if I remember that. Anyways, I'm WaVdium. Welcome back to Limbus Company Bible Readings, the family stealing episode. I only realized this after I got into the Immersion, so I don't have Nursefather Yi-sung on the team yet. Okay, wait, what do you mean family stealing? Well, I heard there's like a term where people are stealing random shit. So I was already on the Blood Fiend team, but I was like, oh wait, I'm with the House of Ryōshū. Like, wait, I have to put the middle on this as well. So I have the middle one here as well, and then I also have what was it? I have the H-Torp Hongwu and Faust. The Tons of Family, or is it more of like following, like Drew, Fred? I don't know. So, and then I was like, wait, and after I was like, wait, I should put Nursefather Yi-sung instead of the, I had OCE Yi-sung on here, so I didn't know who else to go with, like, the max things. Like, oh, I took with Nursefather, since it's like, oh yeah, Ryōshū's parents. It's like, okay, so there is the Blood Fiend family, there's the Middle family, there is the House of Spiders, and then there is, the Pinky, like, Tudor Witch? I don't know. And it's like, these 4 different Limbus Company families. We'll see which one can survive the Mirror Dungeon Extreme. So, okay, that's not super impressive. So it's going to be the Blood Fiends with the H-Torp for the Bleed Rupture. And then middle will swap in with the last ones being House of Spiders. And will House of Spiders actually be used? I do not know. We'll also be taking the Nocturnal Sweeping Bok-Gak Fiend Pack ones. And we're taking the Ricardo Boss. Alright, also open still right here and spend that toss, waste that toss, and then House of Spiders Index Nursefather Yi-sung. I could kill the other families. Oh, actually, yeah. No, I'm gonna be honest here. This is a very high rolling ego, alright? But I'm not throwing charge. I'll be having poise on here, some poise stuff, I guess. So I'll take it. Alright, now what else did I swap? What do you mean this is what I had on them? What do you mean that's what I had on them? Oh no, I didn't check the egos beforehand. Oh no, that's bad. I didn't have the egos. No, he doesn't have the new one. No. Oh man, hopefully these are all fine. I just have the new rodeo. Okay, I do have the new rodeo on. I don't think there's any one that I need to just outright change. I think it's. I could take Blind Obsession for. Okay, no. I don't really need Blind Obsession on here. Yeah. Maybe I should take Move and Reg, but. Burn, Chart. No, I don't need to. Let's take the other one for the. What does it do? It has like some healing stuff that should be fine. I need to swap out Dawn's, I think. I do take Wishing Darren. For the bleed, okay, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad ego passive, which is the main thing you would want. But it is a bleed, tremor, paralyzed ego. Let's take. I'm pausing for shots. Why am I still talking? All right, let's resume with the Bible. All right. In time, Joseph and all of his brothers died, ending that entire generation. But their descendants, the Israelites, had many children and grandchildren. In fact, they multiplied so greatly that they became extremely powerful and filled the land. Eventually, a new king came to power in Egypt, who knew nothing about Joseph or what he had done. He said to his people, "Look! The people of Israel now outnumber us and are stronger than we are. We must make a plan to keep them from growing even more. If we don't, and if war breaks out, they will join our enemies and fight against us. Then they will escape from the country." So the Egyptians made the Israelites their slaves. They appointed brutal slave drivers over them, hoping to wear them down with crushing labor. They forced them to build the cities of Pithom and Rams as supply centers for the king. But the more the Egyptians oppressed them, the more the Israelites multiplied and spread, and the more alarmed the Egyptians became. So the Egyptians worked the people of Israel without mercy. They made their lives bitter, forcing them to mix mortar and make brick, and do all the work in the fields. They were ruthless in all their demands. Then Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, gave this order to the Hebrew midwives, Spifra and Pra. "When you help the Hebrew women as they give birth, watch them as they deliver." Repeat. "If the baby is a boy, kill him. If it is a girl, let her live." Because the midwives feared God, they refused to obey the king's orders. They allowed the boys to live too. So the king of Egypt called for the midwives. "Why have you done this?" he demanded. "Why have you allowed the boys to live?" "The Hebrew women are not like the Egyptian women," the midwives replied. "They are more vigorous and have their babies so quickly that we cannot get there in time." So God was good to multiply to the midwives, and the Israelites continued to multiply, growing more and more powerful. 165 toss, potentially 165 toss. Alright, we'll take all. Damn, this is. Can't take the violin. My violin! No, my violin! Hell's chicken. Hell's chicken. Hell's chicken. Okay, I'm in a really bad mood right now, so I have to play Reverse 1999. The actual the event stuff. Because I do not like that stuff in that game. It's really annoying, tedious. I'm just a pretty normal game. Okay. Did I buy the Fred? Actually, I don't know if I did. I don't think I did. Bought that, and that. Alright, several hints! I should have Tangle Marinade then. Damn. Oh, they are at max SP on this, aren't they? Oh. And because the midwives feared God, he gave them families of their own. Then Pharaoh gave this order to all his people: "Throw every newborn Hebrew boy into the Nile River, but you may let the girls live." The birth of Moses, too. About this time, a man and a woman from the tribe of Levi got married. The woman became pregnant and gave birth to a son. She saw that he was a special baby and kept him hidden for 3 months. But when she could no longer hide him, she got a basket made of papyrus, reeds, and waterproofed it with tar and pitch. She put the baby in the basket and laid it among the reeds along the bank of the Nile River. The baby's sister then stood at a distance, watching to see what would happen to him. Soon, Pharaoh's daughter came down to bathe in the river, and her attendants walked along the river bank. We have Brazen Bull. Drink the water. Yes, drink the water. Drink the water. Drink the water. Alright, Manchaland. Alright, so from the normal Blood Fiend team now. Yeah, all of these, backup ones got their stuff built up, right? Should be fine for me to... Yes, they all have their sandy. Alright, so if any of the Blood Fiend or H-Torp falls, the middle big brother, little brother, and apprentice, and Nurse. Actually, it should probably have House Spires first, then Nursefather last. So they can did the thing from tilling them. Okay. It's maybe a family stealing episode, but you didn't slice your family with an erasing sword. All right. All right. When the princess saw the best among the reeds, she sent her maid to get it for her. When the princess opened it, she saw the baby. The little boy was crying, and she felt sorry for him. "This be one of the Hebrew children," she said. Then the baby's sister approached the princess. "Should I go and find one of the Hebrew women to nurse the baby for you?" she asked. "Yes, do," the princess replied. So the girl went and told the baby's mother. "Take this baby and nurse him for me." The princess told the baby's mother, "I will pay you for your help." So the woman took her baby home and nursed him. Wait, did they just pull another stam off? Every time! They're always tricking people and stamming them! Dodd really promotes stam artists! Oh, wow! This is actually... It's not as good as the New Testament, but having the constant plot point of them stamming people is quite funny, I feel like. Waiter! When the boy was older, his mother brought him back to Pharaoh's daughter, who adopted him as her own son. The princess named him Moses, for she explained, "I lifted him out of the water." And he was placed in the water to trick you, you fool. Okay, 10 we... Oh, Raglan Baroa. I'll take that. Prestige card as well. I'll take that as well. Alright, refresh. I took the rumors tattoo. Refresh. Nothing. Ooh. Oh man, this feels bad. There's nothing. Oops, damn needle and thread, sure. Still exclusive. Alright, breathe it in. Then I did it. Dashes, boosted muzzle. Okay, I couldn't do it. Shame! 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 Okay, it's probably guaranteed super shop if going into the next floor. So this is her buying low rarity stuff and clear out the thing? Yes, you should! Great suggestion. I will buy all these tier 1s and clear out the shop real quick. Let me try fusing something now. Oh. Use this. Did my bonus tier... what was it? 3? Yes. Still not enough for the thing, though. I want guaranteed super shop, but I don't think I can. Oh, man, that's a shame. Okay, it's 90% super shop. 90%. I think I can get a super shop. Moses escapes to Midian. Many years later, when Moses had grown up, he went out to visit his own people, the Hebrews, and he saw how hard they were forced to work. During his visit, he saw an Egyptian beating one of his fellow Hebrews. After looking at all directions to make sure no one was watching, Moses killed the Egyptian and hid the body in the sand. Nothing else just immediately kills them? Like, what method? A rock or something? He just kill switch or something? What? What do you mean just kills them instantly? Or just make sure it just kills them? The next day, when Moses went out to visit his people again, he saw 2 Hebrew men fighting. "Why are you beating up your friend?" Moses said to one who had started the fight. The man replied, "Who appointed you to be our prince and judge? Are you to kill me as you killed that Egyptian yesterday?" They know. Oh wow, they all knew. Oh wow. Hopefully this, murder is punished. I don't think it's going to be, as I already know with the whole sea stuff. But then Moses was afraid, thinking, "Everyone knows what I did." And sure enough, Pharaoh heard what had happened, and he tried to kill Moses. But Moses fled from Pharaoh and went to live in the land of Midian. When Moses arrived in Midian, he sat down beside a wall. Now the priest of Midian had 7 daughters, who came as usual to draw water and fill the water troughs for their father's flocks. But some other shepherds came and chased them away. So Moses jumped up and rescued the girls from the shepherds. Then he drew water for their flocks. When the Dregs returned to Ryōshū, their father, he asked, "Why are you back so soon today?" "An Egyptian rescued us from the shepherds," they answered. "And then he drew water for us and watered our flocks." "Then where is he?" Their father asked. "Why'd you leave him there? Invite him to come and eat with us." Here too, diff, yet ornamental herflame. Max HP and this is already too offensive from the Rebels, so I'll take that. Yeah, I'll take the same mountain body up. All right, now let's still wound it. It was right there. It was right there. No, I missed it. No. Pardon me. Oh man. Falling flowers. Oh, what's the select one at the end? And it's the only tier. Oh no. They're gonna throw some like toin power or something at me in order to do that. Thrill. I selected rupture for the thing, I guess. I'll take the bottom path. Actually, because it takes longer to win rate those admiralty fights. Time duck. I think that's what it's called. Okay, use the middle. Envy advantage. Moses accepted the invitation, and he settled there with him. In time, Ryōshū gave Moses his daughter, Zephora, to be his wife. Later, she gave birth to a son, and Moses named him Gershom, for he explained, "I have been a foreigner in a foreign land." Years passed, and the king of Egypt died, but the Israelites continued to groan under their burden of slavery. They cried out for help, and their cry rose up to God. God heard their droning, and he remembered his covenant promise to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He looked down on the people of Israel and knew it was time to act. He just remembered it out of nowhere? Wait, so immediately when Jacob died, he just stopped caring? Wait, is that... Wait, what? What was he doing? Playing Fortnite? Or reading like a long-ass visual novel or something? What was he doing up there? Like, oh, wait, I remember my covenant promise. Oh, I'm gonna go down and run some assistance. Moses in the burning bush. 3. One day, Moses was tending the flock of his father-in-law, Jethro. Jethro. Moses finally went by 2 names, Jethro and Reuel. Why did it swap to Jethro there? I don't know. Probably different writer, something like that. Dreaming electric sheep. Alright, let's take question mark. No, don't do it. Hoping for, you know, a more substantial one. Alright, we'll take this, and we have the super shop. The priest of Midian, he led the flock far into the wilderness and came to Sinai, the mountain of God. There the angel of the Lord appeared to him in a blazing fire from the middle of a bush. Moses stared in amazement. Though the bush was engulfed in flames, it didn't burn up. "This is amazing!" Moses said to himself, "Why is that bush burning up? I must go see it." When the Lord saw Moses coming to take a closer look, God called to him from the middle of the bush, "Moses! Moses! Do not come any closer!" The Lord warned. What warned? "Take off your sandals, for you are standing on the holy ground. I am the God of your father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob." When Moses heard this, he covered his face because he was afraid to look at God. And the Lord told him, "I have certainly seen the oppression of my people in Egypt. I have heard their cries of distress because of their harsh slave drivers. Yes, I am aware of their suffering, so I have come down to rescue them from the power of the Egyptians and lead them out of Egypt into their own fertile and spacious land. It is a land flowing with milk and honey. The land where the Tanites, Hittites, Amorites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites now live. Look! The cry of the people of Israel has reached me, and I have seen how harshly the Egyptians abuse them. Now go, for I am sending you to Pharaoh. You must lead my people, Israel, out of Egypt. But Moses protested to God. Who am I to appear before Pharaoh? Who am I to lead the people of Israel out of Egypt? God answered, I will be with you, and this is your sign that I am the one who has sent you. When you have brought the people out of Egypt, you will worship God at this very mountain. But Moses protested, if I go to the people of Israel and tell them, the God of your ancestors has sent me to you, they will ask me, what is his name? Then what should I tell them? God replied to Moses, I am who I am. Say this to the people of Israel. I am has sent me to you. God said to Moses, say this to the people of Israel. Yahweh, the God of your ancestors, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob has sent me to you. This is my eternal name, my name to remember for all generations. I need water. Okay, I muted myself not the team's like, oh, it's a boss fight. How sure I'm gonna play. Now go and call together all the elders of Israel. Tell them, Yahweh, the God of your ancestors, God of Abraham, Isaac. Wait, no, who do I have to duel? Oh, it won't matter anyway. Oops, I always have Esau in duel, but they're dead. God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob has appeared to me. He told me, I've been watching closely, and I see how the Egyptians are treating you. I have promised to rescue you from your oppression in Egypt. I will lead you to a land flowing with milk and honey, the land where the Tanites, Hittites, Amorites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites now live. Where they don't live then. I mean, you're so walk in there. Flash power. Taking it. Man. Or is it defense level less? Oh, I should have took the other thing. What a bad pack. What am I taking? Oh. I can't even Bok-Gak, I guess. Get all of the diffs in here though. The elders of Israel will accept your message. 5, 46. Then you and the elders must go to the king of Egypt and tell him. Oh, you sound so cute. The Lord, the God of the Hebrews, has met with us. So please, let us take a 3-day journey into the wilderness to offer sacrifices to the Lord our God. But I know the king of Egypt will not let you go unless a mighty hand forces him. So I will raise my hand and strike the Egyptians, performing all kinds of miracles among them. Then at last, he will let you go. Now I will cause the Egyptians to look favorably on you. They will give you gifts when you go, so you will not leave empty-handed. Every Israelite woman will ask for articles of silver and gold and fine clothing from her Egyptian neighbors and for the from the foreign women in their houses. You will dress your sons and daughters with these, stripping the Egyptians of their wealth. Signs of the Lord's power. 4. But Moses protested again. What if they won't believe me or listen to me? What if they say, the Lord has never appeared to you? And the Lord asked him, What is that in your hand? A shepherd's staff, Moses replied. Throw it down on the ground, the Lord told him. So Moses threw down the staff, and it turned into a snake. Moses jumped back. Then the Lord said to him, Reach out and grab its tail. So Moses reached out and grabbed it, and it turned back into a shepherd's staff in his hand. Perform this sign, the Lord told him. Then they will believe that the Lord, the God of their ancestors, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, really has appeared to you. Then the Lord said to Moses, Now, put your hand inside your cloak. Moses put his hand inside his cloak. And when he took it out again, his hand was white as snow with a severe skin disease. And put your hand back into your cloak, the Lord said. So Moses put his hand back in, and when he took it out again, it was as healthy as the rest of his body. The Lord said to Moses, If they do not believe you, and you are convinced by the first miraculous sign, they will be convinced by the second sign. If they don't believe you or listen to you even after these 2 signs, then take some water from the Nile River and pour it out on the dry ground. When you do, the water from the Nile will turn to blood on the ground. But Moses pleaded with the Lord. Oh Lord, I am not very good with words. I never have been, and I am not now. Even though you have spoken to me, I get tongue-tied, and my words get tangled. And the Lord asked Moses, Who makes a person's mouth? Who decides whether people speak or do not speak? Hear or do not hear? See or do not see? Is it not I, the Lord? Now go! I will be with you as you speak, and I will instruct you in what you say. But Moses then pleaded, Lord, please send someone else. Their duties completed. The Heishous are handing out the malbuses they received from the Heishou ran. And you? Who are you? I haven't seen you around. Perhaps they're the newly initiated hares? Identify yourselves. So them Heishou and tell them you are new. Well, tell them you're here who returned from duty. I was going to say you're just passing by. Faust, you can do this. Yeah. Oh, Heng also has. No, he doesn't have stuff, but this is guaranteed here. Relying on whatever they know about the Mao branch, Faust tries to convince the Heishous. To our relief, that seemed to have been enough to convince them. The Heishous left the scene after handing us a Mao bolus. Ego diff. Heishou bolus Mao obtained. Just change the team back up then to have who else I have in here? Oh, the priest of Manchaland. Alright. Okay. Then the Lord became angry with Moses. Alright, he said. What about your brother, Aaron the Levite? I know he speaks well, and look, he's on his way to meet you now. He'll be delighted to see you. Talk to him. And put the words in his mouth. I will be with both of you as you speak, and I will instruct you both in what to do. Aaron will be your spokesman to the people. He will be your mouthpiece, and you will stand in the place of God for him, telling him what to say, and take your shepherd's staff with you, and use to perform the miraculous signs I have shown you. Moses returns to Egypt. So Moses went back home to Jephthah, his father-in-law. Please let me return to my relatives in Egypt, Moses said. I don't even know if they are still alive. Go in peace, Jephthah replied. Before Moses left Midian, the Lord said to him, "Return to Egypt, for all who have wanted to kill you have died." Moses took his wife and sons, put them on a donkey and headed back to the land of Egypt. In his hand, he carried the staff of God. And the Lord told Moses, "When you arrive back in Egypt, go to Pharaoh and perform all the miracles I've empowered you to do. But I will harden his heart, so he will refuse to let the people go. Then you will tell him, 'This is what the Lord says. Israel is my firstborn son. I commanded you, let my son go, so he can worship me. But since you have refused, I will now kill your firstborn son.'" On the way to Egypt, at a place where Moses and his family had stopped for the night, the Lord confronted him and was about to kill him. But Moses' wife... what? Wait, what? What do you mean he's going to kill out of nowhere? Is it a random violent fit? He was about to kill Moses? What the fuck do you mean by that? Huh? Egypt, at a place where Moses' family had stopped for the night, the Lord confronted him and was about to kill him, but Moses' wife, Zipporah, took a flint knife and circumcised her son. She touched his feet with the foreskin and said, "Now you are a bridegroom of blood to me." She said, "A bridegroom of blood?" She's referring to the circumcision. After that, the Lord left him alone. Oh, he didn't... So because he didn't circumcise his son, you tried to kill him while he's asleep? Or just confronted him? That's, that's pretty rude, like before Tyrion. You're a horrible person for that, actually. What? Don't just run up to someone like, "You didn't circumcise your firstborn son! I'm gonna kill you!" Now the Lord said to Aaron, "Go out into the wilderness to meet Moses." So Aaron went and met Moses at the mountain of God, and he embraced him. Moses had then told Aaron everything the Lord had commanded him to say, and he told him about the miraculous signs the Lord had commanded him to perform. Then Moses and Aaron returned to Egypt and told all the elders of Israel together. Aaron told them everything that the Lord had told Moses, and was performed the miraculous signs as they watched. We have the shop node. Alright, then the people of Israel were convinced that the Lord had sent Moses and Aaron. When they heard that the Lord was concerned about them and had seen their misery, they bowed down and worshipped. Moses and Aaron speak to Pharaoh. 5. After this presentation to Israel's leaders, Moses and Aaron went and spoke to Pharaoh. They told him, "This is what the Lord, the God of Israel, says. Let my people go, so they may hold a festival in my honor in the wilderness." "Is that so?" retorted Pharaoh. "And who is the Lord? Why should I listen to him and let Israel go? I don't know the Lord, and I'll not let Israel go." But Aaron and Moses persisted. "The God of the Hebrews has met with us," they declared. "So let us take a 3-day journey into the wilderness, so we can offer sacrifices to the Lord our God. If we don't, he will kill us with a plague or with the sword." Pharaoh replied, "Moses and Aaron, why are you distracting the people from their tasks? Get back to work! Look, there are many of your people in the land, and you are stopping them from their work." Making bricks without straw. The same day, Pharaoh sent this order to the Egyptian slave drivers and the Israelite foremen. "Do not supply any more straw for making bricks. Make the people get it themselves." But still we try them to make the same number of bricks as before. Don't reduce the quota. They are lazy. That's why they are trying out. "Let us go and offer sacrifices to our God. Slow them down with more work. Make them sweat. That will teach them to listen to lies." So, the slave drivers and foremen went out and told the people, "This is what Pharaoh says. I will not provide any more straw for you. Go and get it yourselves. Find it wherever you can. but you must produce as many bricks as before. The people scattered throughout the land of Egypt in search of stubble to use as straw. Meanwhile, Egyptian slave drivers continued to push hard. Meet your daily quota of bricks, just as you did when we provided you with straw, they demanded. Then they whipped the Israelites foremen they had put in charge of the work crews. Why haven't you met your quotas either today or yesterday? Yesterday or today? They demanded. So the Israelite foremen went to Pharaoh and pleaded with him. Please don't treat your servants like this, they begged. We were given no straw, but the slave drivers still demanded, make bricks. We are being beaten, but it isn't our fault. Your own people are to blame. The Pharaoh shouted, you are just lazy, lazy. That's why you're saying, let us know and offer sacrifices to the Lord. Now get back to work. No straw will be given to you, but you must still produce the full quota of bricks. So that's not, I rented Rig of Water. I actually put water on it. It's these thin pages. It's like pretty dangerous. So I think I'm gonna stop here after this floor and just have it dry for a bit. I don't actually damage like the very thin pages. So where was I after this floor? The Israelite foremen could see that they were in serious trouble when they were told, you must not reduce the number of bricks you make each day, as they left Pharaoh's court. They confronted Moses and Aaron, who were waiting outside for them. The foreman said to them, may the Lord judge and punish you for making us stink before Pharaoh and his officials. You have put a sword into their hands and an excuse to kill us. Then Moses went back to the Lord and protested, why have you brought all this trouble on your own people, Lord? Why'd you send me? Ever since I came to Pharaoh as your spokesman, he's been even more brutal to your people, and you've done nothing to rescue them. The promise of deliverance. What's Tevin doing right now? 6. And the Lord told Moses, now you will see what I will do to Pharaoh. When he feels the force of my strong hand, he will let the people go. In fact, he'll force them to leave his land. Alright, and we'll stop there. Let me dip by there's something to make the pages not connect with each other so we can dry. Paper towel there, or paper towel. Man, paper towels are really helpful, you know. To keep my headphones on my ears. It can be used. I have like a broken like DVD case. I put one paper towel in, it stays in place. When I close this, it doesn't shake around. It should have done it long ago. This is already damaged. And now for here, I have the pages in the air so they can dry. And I can still put my Chie Sugawara bookmark. I don't know where I left off at. And now I can stop here and resume later. I've been WaVdium. Oh, switching food tank. And God said to Moses, I am Yahweh, the Lord. I appeared to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob as El Shaddai, God Almighty, but I did not reveal my name, Yahweh, to them. And I reaffirm my covenant with them. Under its terms, I promised to give them the land of Canaan, where they were living as foreigners. You can be sure that I have heard the groans of the people of Israel, who are now slaves to the Egyptians, and I am well aware of my covenant with them. Therefore, say to the people of Israel, that's weird. It's just how to say that. It is Y. It's like, yeah, W. Is YL. Really? That's what I remember from the internet search I did. It's YL. I am the Lord. I'll free you from your oppression and will rescue you from your slavery in Egypt. I'll redeem you with a powerful arm and at great acts of judgment. I will claim you as my own people, and I will be your God. Then you will know that I am the Lord, your God, who has freed you from your oppression in Egypt. I will bring you into the land I swore to give to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I'll give it to you as your very own possession. I am the Lord! So Moses told the people of Israel what the Lord had said, but they refused to listen anymore. They had become too discouraged by the brutality of their slavery. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Go back to Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, and tell him to let the people of Israel leave his country." "But Lord," Moses objected. "My own people won't listen to me anymore. How did I expect Pharaoh to listen? I am such a clumsy speaker." But the Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron and gave them orders for the Israelites and for Pharaoh, the king of Egypt. The Lord commanded Moses and Aaron to lead the people of Israel out of Egypt. The ancestors of Moses and Aaron. The son of Reuben, Israel's oldest son, were Hanosh, Palu, Hezron, and Talmi. Their descendants became the clans of Reuben. The sons of Simeon were Jumel, Jamin, Ohad, Jachin, Zohar, and Shaul. Shaul's mother was a Tanite woman. Their descendants became the clans of Simeon. These are the descendants of Levi, as listed in their family records. The sons of Levi were Gershon, Tohath, and Merari. Levi lived to be 137 years old. The descendants of Gershon included Ribni and Simei, each of whom became the ancestor of a clan. The descendants of Tohath included Amram, Izar, Hebron, and Uziel. Tohath lived to be 133 years old. The descendants of Merari included Malali and Mushi. These are the clans of the Levites, as listed in their family records. Abraham married his father's sister Joshbed, and she gave birth to his sons, Aaron and Moses. Amram lived to be 137 years old. The sons of Izar were Torah, Neheg, and Zisri. The sons of Uziel were Mishael, Elzaphan, and Shifri. Aaron married Elsheba, the daughter of Amminadab and sister of Nashon, and she gave birth to his sons Nadab, Nabihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. Pharaoh superstition mode engaged. Let me see, we'll be taking... Well, yeah, offense level. What's better choice? I think I remember where it was. The sons of Torah were Asir, Elkanah, and Abisaph. Their sons became the clans of Torah. Elzar's son of Aaron married one of the daughters of Putiel, and she gave birth to his son Phineas. These are the ancestors of the Levite families, listed according to their clans. The Aaron and Moses named in this list are the same ones to whom the Lord said, "Lead the people of Israel out of the land of Egypt like an army." It was Moses and Aaron who spoke to Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, about leading the people of Israel out of Egypt. Oh, really? You're all just do that? I don't think you really need to damage. But why do you want to attack that? I think we're done one hit, to be honest. But okay. You really think so? It's the rupture ones. Why are you hitting that? You have rupture on your still. Hit that. Spread the rupture. We have more rupture here. Otis doesn't have rupture. When the Lord spoke to Moses in the land of Egypt, he said to him, I am the Lord! Tell Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, everything I am telling you. Moses argued with the Lord, saying, I can't do it! I'm such a clumsy speaker! Why should Pharaoh listen to me? Aaron's staff becomes a serpent. 7. Then the Lord said to Moses, pay close attention to this. I will make you seem like God to Pharaoh, and your brother Aaron will be your prophet. Tell Aaron everything I command you. And Aaron must command Pharaoh to let the people of Israel out of leave his country. But I will make Pharaoh's heart stubborn, so I can multiply my miraculous signs and wonders in the land of Egypt. Even then, Pharaoh will refuse to listen to you. So I'll bring down my fist on Egypt. Then I'll rescue my forces, my people, Israelites, from the land of Egypt with great acts of judgment. When I raise my powerful hand and bring out the Israelites, the Egyptians will know that I am the Lord. So this is where he first, when he said, he always brought before earlier with the whole Pharaoh thing, hardening their hearts so they wouldn't listen. Since that was brought up in Paul's thing. It's like, God has made their hearts hardened so they wouldn't listen. They deserve to die. That's... Paul said something along those lines, if I remember correctly. Damn, Apostle Paul. Oh, I can't believe I'm missing the letters from Apostle Paul now because of this. Where is Apostle Paul? Alright, you already got all the Nocturnal being stuff. Do I take checkup? Bok-Gak later. Rupture one is going to help significantly, or where are they? Oh, that's for 15. It's flash power, offense level down. Next on semi next turn, yeah. Kill those two. Well, twigs. Rupture, responsive. This is continuing so offense level. It might help with the rupture for the non, like, you know, routine. I don't need to take standard witnessing. I think it's just for yeah, just for count. It's really just for applying status effects. Oh, you're supposed to be able to trigger for support condition. That's for poise though. Yeah, it's not needed for what I'm going for. I should take the dream ending here. But the thing is, I still need more bleeds, so it'll make it a bit harder to pull all this stuff here. So I'll save that for later. I should take line 5 actually. Why am I talking on here? Alright, so Moses and Aaron did just as the Lord had commanded them. Moses was 80 years old and Aaron was 83 when they made their demands to Pharaoh. Oh yeah, we actually... Oh, that's full stop. Oh. Then the Lord said to Moses and Aaron, Pharaoh will demand, show me a miracle. When he does this, say to Aaron, take your staff and throw it down in front of Pharaoh, and it will become a serpent. So Moses and Aaron went to Pharaoh and did what the Lord had commanded them. Aaron threw down his staff before Pharaoh and his officials, and it became a serpent. Then Pharaoh called in his own wise men and sorcerers, and these Egyptian magicians did the same thing with their magic. They threw down their staffs, which also became serpents. But then Aaron's staff swallowed up their staffs. Pharaoh's heart, however, remained hard. He still refused to listen, just as the Lord had predicted. There's no prediction where he said that he hardened their hearts. So he made it happen, not as he predicted. Biblical scholars, did he predict it or did he make it happen? Leave your answers below. I'm pretty sure he literally said there's biblical proof that he said that I will harden their hearts, so he will not listen. And Apostle Paul backs this up as well, So it's not prediction if you made it happen. Or can you do it so it's a flex, like, I'm gonna make it happen, but it's also I'm predicting something that I'm gonna make happen. Is that a flex, actually? Wait, what? A plague of blood. Then the Lord said to Moses, Pharaoh's heart is stubborn, and he still refuses to let the people go. So go to Pharaoh in the morning as he goes down to the river. Stand on the bank of the Nile and meet him there. Be sure to take along the staff that turned into a snake. Or these things? Can everyone flash actually now, or no? Can you flash with someone there? That is open. Oh, it's there's 7 units actually. Hold on. I do have one free one. Favored on that, huh? Well, Dawn can help with that. That brings some bleed on them. Alright. Is that Rose Banner Dregger I just saw? No, that's Trokumatran. Oh, pardon me as well. So, go to the Pharaoh and wait, as he goes down the bank of the Nile and meet him there. You should take along the staff that turned into a snake. Then announce to him, the Lord, the God of my Hebrews, has sent me to tell you what my people do, so they can worship me in the wilderness. Until now, you have refused to listen to him. So this is what the Lord says. I will show you that I am the Lord. Look! I will strike the water of the Nile with the staff in my hand, and the river will turn to blood. The fish in it will die, and the river will stink. Egyptians will not be able to drink any water from the Nile. Then the Lord said to Moses, tell Aaron, take your staff and raise your hand over the waters of Egypt, all its rivers, canals, ponds, and all the reservoirs. Turn all the water to blood. Everywhere in Egypt, the water will turn to blood. Even the water stored in wooden bowls and stone pots. Wow, isn't this like a pretty rude? It's like you're trying to have everyone there dehydrate to death. That's no good, Mr. Dodd. No good at all. Alright, don't get him, don't get him! So Moses and Aaron did just as the Lord commanded them. As Pharaoh and all of his officials watched, Aaron raised his staff and struck the water of the Nile. Suddenly, the whole river turned to blood! The fish in the river died and couldn't drink it. Wait. And the water became so foul, the Egyptians couldn't drink it. There was blood everywhere throughout the land of Egypt. But again, the magicians of Egypt used their magic, and they too could turn water into blood. The Pharaoh's heart remained hard. He refused to listen to Moses and Aaron, just as the Lord had predicted as he caused it to happen. Pharaoh returned to his palace and put the whole thing out of his mind. Then all the Egyptians dug along the riverbank to find drinking water, for they couldn't drink the water from the Nile. 7 days passed from the time the Lord struck the Nile. A plague of frogs ate. Then the Lord said to Moses, go back to Pharaoh and announce to him, this is what the Lord says. Let my people go, so they can worship me. If you refuse to let them go, I will send a plague of frogs across your entire land. The Nile River will swarm with frogs. They will come up out of the river and into your palace, even into your bedroom and onto your bed. They will enter the houses of your officials and your people. They even jump into your ovens and your kneading bowls. Frogs will jump on you, your people, and all your officials. Then the Lord said to Moses, tell Aaron, raise the staff in your hand over all the rivers, canals, and ponds of Egypt. and bring up frogs over all the land. So Aaron raised his hand over the waters of Egypt, and frogs came up and covered the whole land. But the magicians were able to do the same thing with their magic. They too caused frogs to come up on the land of Egypt. Then Pharaoh summoned Moses and Aaron and begged, "Plead with the Lord to take the frogs away from me and my people. I will let your people go so you can offer sacrifices to the Lord." "You set the time," Moses replied. "Tell me when you want me to pray for you and your officials, and your people." Then you and your houses will be rid of the frogs. They will remain only in the Nile River. "Do it tomorrow," Pharaoh said. "All right," Moses replied. "It will be as you have said. Then you will know that there is no one like the Lord our God. The frogs will leave you and your houses, your officials and your people. They will remain only in the Nile River." So Moses and Aaron left Pharaoh's palace, and Moses cried out to the Lord about the frogs he had inflicted on Pharaoh, and the Lord did just what Moses had predicted. The frogs in the houses, the courtyards, and the fields all died. The Egyptians piled them into great heaps, and a terrible stench filled the land. But when Pharaoh saw that relief had come, he became stubborn. He refused to listen to Moses and Aaron, just as the Lord had predicted. You didn't predict anything. Alright. We have a tier 3 ego diff. What do we get? Wait, investigate. Oh man. These are all bad options, but I will take. These are both 7, but instead of defense level, says it's 20% more max HP, same damage dealt. Better having more HP than defense level. For other skills, this one over here is 4 off the 6 defense level. Do not take that to in 1. We're a 2-star or tier 2. A 2-star. What? That will help for 1 person. Alright, refresh. We take Dream Ending now. Save that for Final 4. I will take Murder on the Warp Express actually first. Where's Murder on the Warp Express? I need Bok-Gak. No. I can't take line 1. I don't think I have enough packs. Take both the Warp Express and Yep. The Seti Silhouette. I still need more bleed ones, and then I'll take the Kanto 9 one. Alright, we have the first node. Wow! I read this. Alright, when I'm sincere to resist the Tube Agent, yes. Ooh, step 4. Single coin. Then as you tap, obtain. We now have Focus the Counter. Or wait, no, Focus Counter Gem already things. Hard Node? Is that what they call it? A Plague of the Gnats. So the Lord said to Moses, "Tell Aaron, raise your staff and strike the ground. The dust will turn into swarms of gnats throughout the lands of Egypt." So Moses and Aaron did just as the Lord had commanded them. When Aaron raised his hand and struck the ground with his staff, gnats infested the entire land, covering the Egyptians and their animals. All the dust in the land of Egypt turned into gnats. Pharaoh's magicians tried to do the same thing with their secret arts, but this time they failed, and the gnats covered everyone, people and animals alike. "This is the finger of God!" magicians exclaimed to Pharaoh. The magicians exclaimed to Pharaoh, but Pharaoh's heart remained hard. He wouldn't listen to them, just as the Lord had predicted. A plague of flies! Then the Lord told Moses, "Get up early in the morning and stand in Pharaoh's way as he goes down to the river. Say to him, 'This is what the Lord says. Let my people know so they can worship me. If you refuse, then I will send swarms of flies on you, your officials, your people, and all the houses. The Egyptian homes will be filled with flies, and the ground will be covered with them. But this time, I will spare the region of Doshen, where my people live. No flies will be found there. Then you will know that I am the Lord, and that I am present even in the heart of your land. I will make a clear distinction between my people and your people. This miraculous sign will happen tomorrow. And the Lord did just as he said. A thick swarm of flies filled Pharaoh's palace and the houses of his officials. The whole land of Egypt was thrown into chaos by the flies. Pharaoh called for Moses and Aaron. Aww! Page turn. 50. Alright! Don't offer your sacrifices to your god, he said, but do it here in this land. But Moses replied, that wouldn't be right. Egyptians detest the sacrifices that we offer to the Lord, our God. Look! If we offer our sacrifices here, when Egyptians can see us, they will stone us. We must take a 3-day trip into the wilderness to offer sacrifices to the Lord, our God, just as he has commanded us. Alright, go ahead, Pharaoh replied. I'll let you go into the wilderness to offer sacrifices to the Lord your God, but don't go too far away. Now hurry and pray for me. Moses answered, as soon as I leave you, I will pray to the Lord, and tomorrow the swarms of flies will disappear from you and your officials and all your people. But I'm warning you, Pharaoh, don't lie to us again, and refuse to let the people go to sacrifice to the Lord. So Moses left Pharaoh's palace and pleaded with the Lord to remove all the flies. And the Lord did as Moses asked, and caused the swarms of flies to disappear from Pharaoh, his officials, and his people. Not a single fly remained. But Pharaoh again became stubborn and refused to let the people go. A plague against the livestock. 9. It's just gonna keep going on for a while, isn't it? Oh, I just remembered what my original plan was for a team. I was supposed to do the Manager Dawn in all the Tanto 7 and Warp Express theme packs. That was the point of running the Blood Fiends! Instead of sidetrack with the whole family stealing! Oh man, I messed up. I can't do it now, it's impossible, I don't have the floors. Damn. What a shame. Oh wait, what are there? This page and the next page are more plagues. It's gonna keep going with the same. It's just like Heaven Burns Red. They keep doing the same joke over and over. It's already gone old at this point. Oh man, the Pharaoh's gonna be retorting this with his eyes. 9. Go back to Pharaoh. The Lord commanded Moses. Tell him, this is what the Lord, the God of the Hebrews, says. Let my people go, so they can worship me. If you continue to hold them and refuse to let them go, the hand of the Lord will strike all your livestock, your horses, your donkeys, camels, cattle, sheep, and goats with a deadly plague. But the Lord will make a distinction between the livestock of the Israelites and that of the Egyptians. Not a single one of the Israel's animals will die. The Lord has already set the time for the plague to begin. It is declared that he will strike the land tomorrow. And the Lord did just as he had said. The next morning, all the livestock of the Egyptians died, but the Israelites didn't lose a single animal. Pharaoh sent his officials to investigate, and they discovered that the Israelites had not lost a single animal. But even so, Pharaoh's heart remained stubborn, and he still refused to let the people go. A plague of festering boils. Then the Lord said to Moses and Aaron, Take handfuls of soot from a brick kiln and have Moses toss it into the air while Pharaoh watches. The ashes will spread like fine dust over the whole land of Egypt, causing festering boils to break out on people and animals throughout the land. They took soot from a brick kiln and went and stood before Pharaoh. As Pharaoh watched, Moses threw the soot in the air and boils broke out on people and animals alike. Even the magicians were unable to stand before Moses because the boils had broken out on them and all the Egyptians. But the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart, and just as the Lord had predicted to Moses, Pharaoh refused to listen. A plague of hail. And the Lord said to Moses, "Get up early in the morning and stand before Pharaoh. Tell him this is what the Lord, the God of the Hebrews, says. Let my people go so they can worship me. If you don't, I'll send more plagues on you and your officials and your people. Then you will know that there is no one like me in all the earth. By now, I could have lifted my hand and struck you and your people for plague to wipe you off the face of earth." You take a tier 2 ego diff. Pocket flash cards. Art the shop already. They need to have more. They need to have more fixed question mark nodes in the intervallos. This is, what is this? One node is this. Oh, seed farming battle. Deep farming battle. Where's the more question mark nodes? You need to have a fixed one at the start and end of every intervallo. But I have spared you for a purpose. To show you my power. And to spread my fame throughout the earth. But you still lorded over my people and refused to let them go. So tomorrow at this time I will send a hailstorm more devastating than any in all the history of Egypt. Quick! Order your livestock and servants to come in from the fields to find shelter. Any person or animal left outside will die when the hail falls. Some Pharaoh's officials were afraid because of what the Lord had said. They quickly brought their servants and livestock in from the fields. But those who paid no attention to the word of the Lord left theirs out in the open. And the Lord said to Moses, "Lift your hand toward the sky, so hail may fall on the people, the livestock, and all the plants throughout the land of Egypt." So Moses lifted his staff towards the sky, and the Lord sent thunder and hail, and lightning flashed toward the earth. The Lord sent a tremendous hailstorm against all the land of Egypt. Never in all the history of Egypt had there been a storm like that. With such devastating hail and continuous lightning, it left all of Egypt in ruins. The hail struck down everything in the open field, people, animals, and plants alike. Even the trees were destroyed. The only place without hail was the region of Goshen, where the people of Israel lived. And Pharaoh took his summon to Moses and Aaron. "This time I have sinned," he confessed. "The Lord is the righteous one, my people and I are wrong. Please beg the Lord an end to this terrifying thunder and hail." The two enders. "We have had enough. I want you go and don't need to stay any longer." "All right," Moses replied. "As soon as I leave the city, I'll lift my hands and pray to the Lord. Then the thunder and hail will stop, and you will know that the earth belongs to the Lord." "But I know that you and your officials still do not fear the Lord God." All the flax and barley were ruined by the hail, because the barley had formed heads and the flax was budding. But the wheat and the emmer wheat were spared, because they had not yet sprouted from the ground. So Moses left Pharaoh's court and went out of the city. When he lifted his hands to the Lord, the thunder and hail stopped and the downpour ceased. But when the Pharaoh saw that the rain, hail, and thunder had stopped, he and his officials sinned again, and Pharaoh again became stubborn, because his heart was hard. Pharaoh refused to let the people leave, just as the Lord had predicted through Moses. He didn't predict anything, you know. He made it. No, Mantis. I'll stop here for this part. Let's fight the steady off recording anyway. Return to the Plague of Locusts 10 of Exodius. Any case, I've been WaVdium. Bye.
무기를 만드는 것만큼은 내가 어버이보다 뛰어났지.
고귀하게.
산초류 경혈 온 라샹글. 끝을 낼 시간이다.
세 번 베어낸다. 과거를 1000번 단조하여 베어 미래에서 1000번 거슬렀지. 찰나의 일순 다시 1000번을 끊어. 선젠 다이 세카이.
도끼를 본다. 저 해충들을 도려내라.
틈을 끊어. 바로 이.
묘여, 길을 열어라. 몸소 보여주지. 어떻게 대관을 숨겨왔는지.
총알 까박까올 놈들은 아닌가 보네.
그려낸 대로.
친히 목을 떨궈주마.
꿰뚫려라. 슛!
피를 따스한 피 스며드는군.
보라고 서 있으면 목 떨어진다.
그야
하고 나온 게 이짝도 달아오르는구먼.
고귀하게. 아득한 여정. 멈추지 않는 시대에서 희망과 미래를 찾아 스스로 답을 구하시길. 아득한 여정. 멈추지 않는 시대에서 희망과 미래를 찾아 스스로 답을 구하시길.
그 만찬에 집중해.
짐승들의 재갈을 풀겠다.
틈을 끊어 바로 이.
피로부터 피어오르는 아름다운 꽃이 나는 기꺼이 그대를 취하리라. 왕의 비호를 하사한다.
돌아오고 서 있으면 목 떨어진다.
틈을 끊어 바로 이.
눈부시지 않다고 두려워하지 마라.
한 번도 아닌 판인지 끝은 보고 가야지.
때가 왔나.
그려낸 대로.
아득한 여정. 멈추지 않는 시대에서 희망과 미래를 찾아 스스로 답을 구하시길. 아득한 여정. 멈추지 않는 시대에서 희망과 미래를 찾아 스스로 답을 구하시길.
뭐마 군자 불사.
아류 산초 경혈 육시 찢겨라.
따스한 피 스며드는군. 왕의 비호를 하사한다.
감내해야 할 고통.
맞디야, 이건 좀 받아볼 만한 값이야.
너희의 무기로 이 혈투를 승리로 이끌겠다.
그려낸 대로.
호랑이를 잡으려고 그랬으면 누구도 잡아 맥힐 각오를 했어야지.
돌아가고 싶지 않아. 남은 가족들을
결국
나까지.
심해 가족도 의 길을 지나온 길을 생각하면 이 또한 내가 걸어야만 하는 길이겠지.
고귀하게. 아득한 여정. 멈추지 않는 시대에서 희망과 미래를 찾아 스스로 답을 구하시길. 아득한 여정. 멈추지 않는 시대에서 희망과 미래를 찾아 스스로 답을 구하시길.
이 검은, 이 명예는, 이 영광은 빗바래지 않을 테니.
얼얼하지?
승리를 위해서라면
어때야? 이건 좀 받아볼 만한 값이야.
것들 전부 즉결 처형이다.
고귀하게.
거탕을 새겨주지. 거탕을 새겨주지.
당신에겐 제가 어떻게 보일까요? 시간의 태엽 안에 그 답이 있을까요?
세 번 베어낸다. 과거를 1000번 단조하여 배워 미래에서 1000번 거슬렀지. 찰나의 일순 다시 1000번을 끊어. 선젠다이 색깔.
가엾고 슬픈 아이들이군. 그저 애도를 표할 수밖에.
I don't know
오랜
why
목마름과
Dawn lost that
허거이를
trash
향한 죄책
earlier.
같아. 피를 마시는 순간에는
Here's the final
생각나지 않을
stats for the team.
그러니 가릴 것 없이 마음껏
You
마셔.
turned out the middle basically did next to nothing besides having
우리가
Ishmael
이룰 수
die.
없는
And
유일한
each song didn't
꿈이다.
even get to do any actual content because he never got to his spot. Well, that was the team. In terms of the pretty biased family standings, the main thing was bleed rupture. The Blood Fiends win. And I forgot to do the achievement that I was meant to do as well, which means I have to run the Blood Fiends again later. Yeah. Okay, let me see my results. I have to. I'm waiting for next time to Extreme will be for like the because I need to do. There's was it 2 tremor ego deaths in here. Net amount. Okay, I think 200. Oh, 40 something thing. Because reserve. Claim that. Hit my weekly bonuses on the last hours. We have 7 hours till weekly reset. I'm literally doing last minute here.
나는 여기서 태어나 당신들의 손에 자라난 걸까?
Some water there. My level 723. Yeah, I've been swacking on the mirror dungeon stuff. What achievements did I complete anyway? With 10 plus fusion. Oh, I got that one? Really? Okay. That's good. Okay, I'm trying to do this for more blessings. Well, that's what I have to do with all of Manchaland, Dawn, Quixote, Identity on the field. I haven't done the tremor one yet. T-Torp, yeah, there's no overlap with the Thumb and T-Torp, right? Hold on. Yeah, so if, wait, I'll need 2, I think. So I can swap off Rhodia, and then it's supposed to be 22 weekend. I have to use him in the Refraction Railway anyway. The Thumb Heathcliff, if that is what they're doing, right? Still have nothing to spend all my stuff on.
당신들의 손에 자라난
Yay. We're still not counting Deviat Sinclair, the only thing in the day besides announcers I don't have. Alright, I have no WaVdium. Bye.